The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, A Domain Divided. I am the storyteller, I'm pretty sure, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'll be playing Dr. Katerina Rakosi of Clan Zamitzi.
I am Jen of Thieves, and I will be playing Sunday Booth of the Hakata.
Oh, I'm Reen. I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
I'm House. I was so in my head about not missing my prompt that I almost didn't talk, and I play Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
And I really do hope I'm shaking McStabber because I'm wearing his clothes.
You're in the same room as his wife.
Yeah, that's another thing there that could be a problem if it wasn't.
And his kids call you Dad.
That would be really fucked up. It's been one of those kind of weeks, everybody. I'm thanking you all for joining us. We're at the midway point of the episode, or the season of the episode. Damn. Last week, we had a club scene, or club episode, I should say. It was party night at the special club. And boy, was some partying going on. Smart mouths got put to use. Horns got rearranged. Bo got to talk to his slua and got a little gambling, came out of there with his underwear on. Probably I'd put my money on this guy named Snatcher, managed to take all your money and your clothes. Snatcher, what do you expect?
But we're playing for money and clothes?
Well, pretty much, yeah. But you get caught cheating a lot. You got to have money in the line. Come on, it's gambling. Gwen, she got to hang out with Dre, got high a bit. Learned some interesting info from Mirsha. And then Sunday and Mirsha actually did a bit of dancing where he might have slipped calling her a name he shouldn't have.
I mean, she was high.
Yeah.
And he even said, you know, you can go back to hating him next time you see him. So as we're opening,
understanding.
Nice and understanding. And as we open up tonight, it's been some time after those events. The coterie has gathered together because there's some investigations been going on about the lot in the field, and they just need to touch base to figure out what's going on. So they've gathered in their hotel they own now, in the war room because they're waiting on Mirsha anyway. And I will turn this over to our players.
Hopefully, Mirsha's hunters have some information for you, Rashad.
Be disappointed if they didn't.
I do expect to task Mirsha to take the troops and pick another target and see what he does.
You have one in mind?
No, I'm not leading this. He's going to.
Good for you. You got enough on your plate.
So, but there are some things you all wanted to discuss, yes?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about the fields? Anything? Are we just gonna leave it there for anyone to find to access?
Pity the fools that do. What are you wanting to do with it?
I don't want to necessarily do anything with it other than make sure the wrong person doesn't get it.
We can't
If
leave
someone's-
it there forever. It will be found eventually, and it would at least benefit the two of us. Gesture to Sunday if we alert the rest of our kin. They may be able to seal the place if we let more rational heads prevail.
I also think wrong people doesn't necessarily mean adversaries, but accidental bystanders, people like mortals who might come across it by accident. Like, I think it is just dangerous from what you've told me. I wasn't there. Doesn't sound like I'd like it that much, but
I don't think mortals have too much to be concerned about.
Don't really seem like they've noticed yet.
That's intentional, I feel.
Absolutely.
Someone or something is blocking it so it's not seen generally. If you look at city records, deeds, ownership, doesn't show up anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The question is it one of them or is it someone else in the city who already has their hands in it? My main concern is we don't want them waking up. I'd rather not have someone who's stupid enough to try and wake them up quickly.
I get it, but Rashad wants to bring in more Giovanni to try to seal it, and go for it. Let's see how it turns out.
I believe they will come on their own, regardless. There's nothing I can do to prevent that. If I can find the place, they certainly will, faster.
And certainly more rational heads can do it.
Before we do that, because I don't know if, kind of to Kat's point, if rational heads will take charge on the Giovanni side, do we want... Manuel already knows the eldest is...
I've already informed him of the location.
Did you inform him of all the details?
Yes.
What did he say?
He didn't say much of anything. He thanked me.
You believe the tower will be more rational?
No, I wanted the one who's trying to keep him sedated to know where he is.
Kat, I mean this very kindly. Do we need to find something for you to punch?
You seem real mad.
I guess I'm just being irrational.
I mean, please don't put words in my mouth.
No, I didn't.
I'm coming off a pretty shitty couple nights as well, and I'm asking from an earnest place.
Maybe. It might help.
We could probably find something. No, I know you're tired of taking charge. I know that's not something you wanted to do here.
I just love that everyone else knows more about my clan and its progenitor than I do. I love that.
If it makes you feel any better, I know nothing.
I know you don't.
Don't believe I claim to have such knowledge.
I'm not sure what you mean, Kat.
You don't have to worry about mortals. That thing is so ancient, it can't even get anything off him. Okay? If you send anything supernatural at it, they're gonna get eaten. They will get eaten and destroyed. Period. Doesn't matter if they have rational heads or not.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, my opinion, we do absolutely nothing. It's hidden on purpose. It's hidden for a reason. And until we have a way to know how to keep him asleep without draining Manuel, we do nothing. Because the more we get involved with it, the more likely we're going to get eaten.
My intention was only to my intention wasn't for us to take direct action to try and do anything other than help keep it hidden, help keep people's eyes away from it. That was all my thought was.
If
And see if Manuel
it
knew
wa-
anything because, well, Manuel.
if it wants to eat us, there's nothing we will be able to do about it. However, I do know there are people in my family, our family, that could seal it at least for a time, whether that is a day or a year or a decade, would be better than relying on someone not accidentally stumbling inside one day, as we did, as anyone else with the ability to see what we see. We also don't know what the other humans would do, the ones who are capable of doing more. The technocrats, if they find it.
They aren't
We don't
humans,
know
they're
what
mages.
difference.
I'm kind of with Kat on this one. To be honest, we don't know how long it's been here, and it hadn't really bothered anybody for a while.
Except for
And if
those
he
Nos
doesn't-
that went missing, probably. Or
And
the River of Blood.
And the Sabbat who are trying to find out more information now. If one of them gets lucky like we did and finds their way in.
We didn't get lucky.
Did we get lucky?
We didn't get lucky.
If someone has the skill
I was
set
allowed.
and what makes you think that someone else wouldn't be allowed?
Who else knelt at him? I was allowed.
We do nothing.
That's just my recommendation. I understand that there is never a win condition. The best you can hope for is to survive. And when it comes to that, the best I can hope for is to survive. So no, I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm not going to poke it. I know what it is. I know what's there. I'm not going to touch it.
Best we can do is to ensure the world doesn't end. Our individual survival is inconsequential to that aim.
Speak for yourself.
Other people, information is just another tool of combat, another tool of war. If someone gets information on it, that does pose a threat to our survival. They could use it.
That could be true for anything, though.
Gwen, do what you want to do. You knelt too. Maybe you'll survive.
Oh, I just want to make sure no one else goes near it. I don't want to fuck with it. I just want to surveil it. And that way we know who's messing with it and who's not messing with it.
I mean, can't you just put cameras or something or sensors or?
That's all I mean. I'm also hoping to potentially talk to Max with some wards to see if find a way to keep an eye on it without with more magical means.
Remind everyone that the cousin already knows about the location, which means at least some members of the Sabbat do as well. Now that they are losing this war, there is no guarantee that they won't attempt to awaken the monster to guarantee we all lose. So doing nothing.
They know the location is weird. They don't know what exactly it is.
And it sounds like there's a higher chance than not that they fuck off or get fucked trying to mess with it. Again, I'm secondhand from you guys.
I guess it depends on how risk adverse we want to be. Do we want to just leave it and have it take care of itself, or not know whether it's taking care of itself, or have the knowledge, or an active hand? I don't think anyone's saying an active hand.
My thought is maybe, Gwen, some minimal surveillance, but the more attention we give to it, I think the more people are going to get interested in it. Whether it's my brother, the daughters, I still don't know their role in this. If we keep paying attention to it, I think that's going to draw more eyes to it. So I think a means of keeping an eye on it, but I wouldn't go heavy-handed.
And the way to his resting place is sealed.
Mm-hmm. And it's not even through that lot. We had to go elsewhere through the sewers,
right,
and find it that way.
And at the very least, with some cameras, some technological eyes on it, we can get information on who else might try and mess with it.
Concern is that I've seen the visions. I've seen 1/3 of the pillars fall. So regardless of what we may want, we've already interfered with the process by defeating the spot. Now that has happened, we can no longer hide from it and hope that nothing will happen. If interfering even slightly will buy us another decade or two, then I think that is worth it.
I think the problem is we don't know how to interfere in a way that we know works for us. If there is even one. There likely isn't, because Kat's right, we're not special.
That's exactly my point.
It is mine as well.
I don't know how much. I mean, I know we've all interacted in some capacity with the daughters. And they're here for a reason. Does it behoove me to accept what's coming and see if they have at least a role to play in this, or some means of interfering, whether it's to our benefit or not? Or do you think they have some other means to this? I'm trying to put pieces together, and I don't know if they're the same puzzle, but I'm trying to connect dots. Because I'm between a rock and a hard place.
What'd you say?
No, but I respect and I look to your counsel.
I'm going to be very blunt, though.
Please.
And please know, it's not because I'm trying to be mean.
No, I need that.
Yeah. You're a follower, and you have an insatiable curiosity.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to follow that path, because I tried to warn you off of it from the start, and you didn't. So I'm going to be real. I think you've already made your decision. You're just not willing to vocalize it.
A lot's changed since then. Yeah, I'm a follower. This is new territory to me, Kat.
I understand.
And it's been new territory. When I'm in a kitchen, no, I will tell you what the fuck to do. Mm-hmm. But that is not I'm so far outside of a kitchen right now. I'm in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I have my brother on one side with the Second Inquisition, the daughters on the other, and I'm being sandwiched between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a crowbar at the very least to get some breath. So lots changed.
I mean, personally, I say we throw the technocracy at the fucking field, let them get et, and then your brother doesn't have nearly the support.
I'm not saying I necessarily know that he does with this concern or not, but I know with the concern before with throwing the Sabbat and the Inquisition at each other before is that the Inquisition and the technocracy would learn things from the Sabbat that would ultimately be used to harm us.
Not the Sabbat. I'm talking about
no,
let the eldest eat them.
No. I'm saying that was the argument for them. Do we not think that they will have even the slightest chance to gain information before they get eaten and use that against us?
I don't know when you're going up against something with the power of a god. I don't know, because that's different than sending agents against the Sabbat. The Sabbat do not have the power of gods.
Absolutely. But I don't quite know what the power of the technocracy is either.
No offense, they're in podunk fucking Kansas City. I doubt much.
Why is this a no offense thing? I'm not from here either.
I'm just trying to say no offense about the assumption that they're all powerful. No, they're in fucking Kansas City. This isn't Chicago. This isn't New York. This isn't LA. This isn't places where they would have to be uber powerful.
I mean, unless they already know that there are likely two elders here. You're right. They wouldn't have to be powerful. We don't know what information they have. There's a reason why we're all here. There's a reason why they could be here too.
Perhaps the ones here are not, but I would remind you of the story of the Tremere, of the Giovanni, and of the Ravnos. Underestimating humans has been our downfall more than once. My major concern is that if we can erect a new pillar to keep this thing asleep, even if it's a minuscule chance, we should take it. Further, the Baron has already sent someone here, so I believe the rest of our elders know something's going on, so they will come regardless. When they do, they will want to know why we did not let them know something was going on in the first place, which will cause more problems for both myself and perhaps Miss Booth. And we would have gained nothing. At least if we let them know, we may have a minuscule chance to influence events
I thought you were already notifying some people.
Not about the hole in the veil, the end of everything. I let them know there was a war and there were opportunities. Not about the elders.
Well, I would say don't broadcast it amongst your family, because your family is a disparate group of individuals with varying motivations. If you know someone you trust that is an expert in certain things, reach out to them. I understand the desire to have more of your people here. I do. But in this situation, the guest list needs to be exclusive. That's my opinion on it.
Do what I can. Do what I can.
There's a knock at the door.
Cat'll get up and get it.
Stefan is standing outside the door. My lord bids me to ask, may he enter?
Of course he can.
And be welcome.
He is welcome.
And he just kind of bends his head and he kind of closes his eyes a minute. And then he opens them and just looks and waits.
You are as well if you would like to come in.
And he just steps in the door and then stops outside the door. Or just inside the door, just stands there.
Beg your pardon, I'm going to take my leave. Sunday, would you like to join me? Could use your help in the kitchen. I need to make my thank you meal for Kat's family.
Oh, well, I mean, you could always use a couple extra hands, right?
Unless you want to stay.
Ugh, no.
And as you got to leave the war room to go towards the kitchen area of the hotel, Mirsha is coming down the hallway. Mr. Solomon. Miss Booth.
Mirsha.
I hope this evening does you well tonight.
Just, everything's upside down. Like usual.
That is synonymous with our condition. Don't let me keep you.
We won't. Thank you.
Okay.
And he turns and enters the war room. Katerina,
Welcome.
Miss Schultz, Mr. Giovanni. Thank you for allowing me to visit with you all.
Of course.
Mr. Giovanni, I have some news for you. My hunters have located someone you are interested in. Wasn't easy. Wasn't where they expected either. But it has been located. And that is the important part. I pull up my map real quick. I lost where it was. Oh no. They've located your cousin at the Founders at Union Hill. It is a series of apartments that are right next to a cemetery. You will find him under the apartments.
I appreciate your work.
He doesn't come out, but he's there.
Thank you.
You can actually thank my Stefan here.
I have my thanks.
And the hunter just nods at you. And he's still got, may have the piercing blue eyes, but they're not blank, but his face is a flat mask. Rashad, this is the first time you've been close to one of the hunters. Please give me your resolve all or wits all specs, unless you're going to try to use Sense the Unseen on purpose.
This way it's all specs. Respectful.
Gwen, you did a wits awareness. What are you wits awarenessing?
Oh, so I was making sure no one was listening, but
Okay.
just keep an eye on the general situation.
Okay. 8 is a pretty damn good roll.
With a crit.
With a crit, yeah. And then Rashad comes in with a wonderful 1. Nope, even after willpower, 1. Wow.
Don't want to know these answers.
1 on 8 dice. That's impressive. Okay, yep. It's one of the hunters. Blank-faced hunter. And Mirsha looks over at Kat. You said you had something for me to do.
Indeed, I do. You had some interesting perspectives on the war.
I'm no stranger to it.
She actually takes out of her brief bag an envelope and slides it over. Enclosed in that is information on potential targets, as well as the dossiers of our troops that we have at your disposal. I would like to see what you do.
I can do that. Do I have a free reign on this target?
Yes.
Any objectives other than success?
No, just success.
That
Whatever that is quantified as.
that will work well enough for me. I am pretty sure we can accomplish it.
And of course, try to keep it as quiet as possible.
Oh. You know my feelings about unnecessary mortal casualties. I will keep all of that to a minimum.
Excellent.
Is there a time frame?
Well, considering what I'm hearing about the way things are going, sooner rather than later.
Okay. Very well. I will put my mind to it. Myself, my hunters, and your people. We'll figure a suitable target.
Excellent.
Perfect. Then I guess I should probably go to do that.
Indeed. Allow me to see you out.
Of course.
And she gets up,
Come, my Stefan.
and she actually offers an arm to him.
To Mirsha?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm about to say, don't offer one to Stefan. He won't take it.
No.
And as the two of you head out, we're going to flash over to Bo and Sunday in the kitchen.
Appreciate your help.
Yeah, you actually need my help. You just get me away from Mirsha.
Little column A, little column B.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, while I don't know a ton about you, it's not your job or your obligation to tell us anything about you, but I think it's only fair you have an opportunity to learn about us, about me, and I'm most comfortable in the kitchen. I don't know if you were ever the same.
Most comfortable in the garden, but I can do a kitchen too.
Garden's a great place. A lot of it ends up in the kitchen anyway.
Exactly.
What do you like to grow?
Tomatoes. They're always my favorite. There's so many different kinds.
Very versatile plant. Use them a lot.
When did you learn how to cook?
Always kind of came natural. My parents ran a restaurant. Had a proclivity for it. Unfortunately, the kind of food I ended up liking to make wasn't really. Let me backtrack. I respected and I liked the barbecue that we made. We're in Kansas City. Like this, I'm from here. It's pretty much an obligation, but I had bigger aspirations, and my father didn't see it that way. He thought it was my responsibility to stay and take over.
Family's real hard. You end up going to one of them fancy colleges?
No.
No?
As soon as I turned 18, I took what money I had and found myself in Europe, actually.
Where in
the
Europe?
problem is it took all my money to get there, so had to do a lot of begging. Part of the reason I'm so fond of the tables. Helped keep money in my pocket. Traveled all over, worked in a lot of different restaurants. Some experiences better than others, but there were definitely days that were tough, where I didn't know where I was going to sleep at night, if I was going to have food in my belly, but made me who I am, at least prior to my unlife.
I did the whole take all the money I had and run off somewhere else, but I only got as far as Atlanta.
Nothing wrong with that. It's brave to leave comfort, leave what you know.
Yeah, that didn't happen till later.
No?
What do you find comfortable now? Besides cooking?
My partner, which, while I find comfort in him, I also find stress that I am not living up to my end of the bargain. Being in this coterie requires a lot. And while I feel a duty and I love, I love the people in the coterie. There's a weight to what we're trying to do. And I don't feel like he is not equipped to help carry the load all the time. And it is not his fault.
No. I mean, I came here to maybe fight some Sabat, and all of a sudden it's like Ancient Ones, end of the world. It's a lot. I don't think home would even believe me. Do you ever
Where's home
feel
for you?
alone?
Oh, I'll answer first. Um, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Um, I don't know if it was ever brought up to you, but I mean, you heard about my father and what my brother did to him, I'm assuming.
A little bit.
Um, but when we first arrived to Kansas City, I went to my childhood home. And have you ever heard Rashad use the term drone before?
Yeah.
When we got to my old home, we discovered that is what my mother was or is. So, in a sense, the coterie is my family now. My brother, there's no love there. My father's gone, my mother's gone. These are the people I lean on. You're someone I lean on now. So
Happy to
sorry in
let you.
advance. Um, I wanted to get to know you Sunday more because I do think we have a lot in common. I get there's a look someone has when they've not known when they're going to sleep the next night. It's pretty unmistakable. And I just wanted to know you're not the only one who's been through it.
Thank you.
Your secrets are your own. You don't owe those to anyone. But if there ever is a time where you want to share more than what you have so far, believe me, I understand.
My daddy wasn't a very good guy either. It's been longer than you since I've seen him, but
I'm my father was a good man. He just didn't understand me. My
same.
brother, on the other, the family strife came from my brother. So I would never want to misconstrue my father. He just didn't understand me, but he was a good man at heart.
I think my daddy was too. But sometimes the goodness isn't good for you. I haven't seen him in since I left for Atlanta. Probably for the best. Wouldn't be that surprised about the end of the world, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. Do you have a desire to go back at all?
Every now and then. I only ever really wonder about my littlest sister, though. Sometimes I think about maybe looking her up, but I don't think that would be good for me.
Good to recognize that.
I look her up, I'd want to see her, see how she's doing, talk to her, hug her, hold her, make sure everything's okay for her, and that's not reasonable.
Yeah, when you've been through what we've been through, families are trickier.
I found a good one now. And I found
yeah?
y'all.
Can I ask you the same question? Do you feel alone?
Not a really long time. It's my least favorite feeling. So, happy to have y'all.
I'm glad.
As you two continue your conversation, we're going to flash to Kat and Mirsha as they're walking out of the building. Mirsha takes your arm. Why not? Give me wit or not wits awareness.
I was about
for you.
to say, no, I'll take half.
Give me wits medicine.
Okay. I will surge wits.
Okay.
Does my specialty?
No, neither one works for this.
Neither one works
No.
for that. Okay. In surgery or reconstruction, neither one works.
No.
Okie dokie. So we are going to blood surge. And we're going to roll wits. Medicine. I'll use a willpower.
Yeah, 3's not bad so far. Six is much better, though.
And let me browse.
Yep.
I got a little hungry. It's fine.
His arm is it's a bit softer, a bit warmer than what you would have expected. I saw you the other night at the place.
Yes.
It seems odd what goes on there.
Does it?
Yes.
Mm.
It's funny. I knew some of those involved with it at one point.
Mm.
Such a stringent invite method.
Yes.
I know you didn't offer to walk me down here just to talk. At least not about that night.
You're getting a little soft in your old age.
I've been accused of many, many things through my life and my death. I don't think the word soft was ever used.
Good, it got the reaction I expected. I will tell you, you were feeling yourself that night. You called Sunday Mina.
I've always fancied that book.
You know my family is Romanian.
Yes.
Did you take the name of the elder or the younger?
The younger. Just say it. I know you want to ask. I can see it.
Oh, it's not a question, I know. I am of the Obertus revenants.
But you don't know my answer.
Vlad Tepes, what has brought you to Kansas City?
Vlad Tepes is dead.
Oh, indeed, he died. And he
I
got
killed him.
embraced.
Killed him and locked him away.
Mm-hmm.
I am Mirsha now.
Did you truly lock him away?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I am not that man anymore. I have tried to be better, to improve, to find peace in this unlife. The peace I was denied in life itself. I've tried to find the path to balance. Part of that was to get rid of who I was.
The baggage.
You can't have that name and go anywhere.
No, you can't.
Even the name I have now
Is known.
is known by a number because they know who I was.
Hmm.
And he steps back from you. You don't know where it come from, but there is a, I don't know, about a 5-foot long bladed 2-handed sword in his hand. That the blade is black.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost of dried blood. They still look for this, of all things.
Of course they
Those
do.
damn Tremere.
Well, luckily, we seem to be short of those around here.
I mean it when I say I'm trying to be better.
I believe you.
But what am I doing here?
Yes.
That is a very interesting question. One I ask myself from time to time. It wasn't my decision to come here. Theo, my Theo, told me this is where I needed to be. So we came here.
He's a seer.
Yes. My Theo is always a seer. All of them. You haven't figured out what they are, have you?
What are they?
I always have my Stephen, my Naomi, my Theo. When one dies, I find new hunters, and my Stephen, my Naomi, and my Theo come back.
I'd like to roll on that.
Okay. That's an occult, isn't it?
Oh, no, that can't be a cult.
Well, what do you want to roll it under then?
God, there's not like a history fucking skill. Hang on, I'm looking.
Academics would probably be the best then.
Yeah, I'm going to say academics. And I've already surged wits.
Let's see what you get.
Oh, that didn't roll enough.
No, I just rolled academics up.
Because I'm an idiot. I forgot to hit wits.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a straight academic roll.
Just a straight academics roll. Wow, that was even worse.
That was even worse. More dice, worse roll.
I'm doing a willpower.
I bet.
That's 4.
4.
Actually, okay, no. The skull,
4.
The skull isn't a
Mm-hmm.
success.
There's something about what he's saying. You're not quite sure how they would come back, though. Time is a very funny thing. It's very funny in how it's a circle, isn't it? Hence why I called your friend Mina. And you're right, I was caught up in the reminiscing of the man that I lost. I meant it when I said my hunters, these hunters, chose this willingly. I pick broken people. Ones that no longer want to continue. And I give them the release they seek so that my hunters can be reborn. And the one called Steven looks over. I am the walking dead.
We all are, Stephen.
No. I exist in both worlds.
Hmm.
His body was given to me. So now I can continue to serve. You know a secret about my hunters that no one else knows.
Yes, I do.
Be careful with that secret. I am not stupid enough to tell you not to tell anyone. I wouldn't ask that of you. But be careful who you share it with.
I will.
Now you know why. They can always find their target. They cannot be stopped. And why I keep my hands clean.
Well, good hunting.
You still don't know why I actually am here, though, do you? I figured it out once I got here. He sleeps under the city, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. I know exactly where.
He must not waken.
I agree.
I will do everything in my power to ensure that doesn't happen, even if it means unlocking the part that I locked away. He must not be allowed to rise.
I'm just beginning to think, for some reason, I am always meant to be close to him.
That is not a fate I would wish on you, or anyone.
I dreamed of him before I was even made as I am, in New York. And now here I am, and I dreamed of him again.
That does not fill me with confidence. You take care, Katerina Rakosi.
What else can I do?
It would pain me if I had to destroy you to keep him asleep.
We all do what we must.
You are correct on that. But you have given me a mission.
I have.
I will try not to leave them on spikes while I eat my dinner. Exaggerated, by the way. I did not eat dinner while watching it.
I'm sure you didn't.
I was quite busy making sure they went up on spikes.
Oh. One day I would like to visit Romania.
Perhaps you will. Tell your friend Sunday. To not worry about the musings of a tired old man.
I will tell her.
And then he gives you a bow,
And she actually curtsies to him.
and him and Stefan, leave. I think, actually, no, we'll give the coterie a chance to talk one more time before we go to break, looking at the time. We got time for that.
Cat will go back into the war room.
It's quite the long walk.
We had some things of a private nature to discuss. Clan business.
So it
imagine-
appears we now,
Go ahead.
appears we now know where my cousin is hiding.
Indeed.
I imagine at this point, Bo and Sunday would return. Bo has a big brown bag that he hands to Katerina.
Oh, thank you. My family will love
Thank
it.
you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Bo just kind of turns to Sunday, gives him kind of a knowing look, smiles, nods, and anything interesting that we missed?
Oh, Sunday. Mirsha did say, do not worry over the musings of a very old man. He has no designs on you.
Okay. I honestly figured he was just saying stuff to freak you out.
Oh, it didn't freak me out. It didn't freak me out. It's just when an unliving legend walks into your home and then reveals himself to someone else, I'm kind of like, what the fuck?
What did I miss?
So it's confirmed.
He has locked that part of himself away. He is trying to be better.
Gwen, I will point out, because of your lore sheets, that is the path of Golconda. At least that's what they say.
Is ignorance bliss in this situation, or should I ask further?
Mirsha's Dracula.
Fuck.
Okay.
Vlad Tepes.
That is
Why
dangerous
is it in
knowledge.
Kansas City?
Because one of his hunters is a seer and told him he needed to come.
Of course, fucking Dracula's here.
Of course he is.
Of course.
But he has tried to put that away to be better.
Sure. I mean, I'm great, cool. It's just another thing on the pile. Is all I'm
Of
saying.
course. You don't understand.
No, I don't.
You don't.
That is very clear. That
I'm
is very
sorry.
clear. I don't understand.
That's
No, I'm
kind
with you,
of
Bo.
like
I'm with
meeting
you.
your hero. And meeting my hero, they say never meet your heroes because they're bound to disappoint you. But still, that's kind of like meeting my hero. He was the original dragon.
Did he disappoint you?
No,
Not yet.
not yet. Give it time. I'm sure it will happen.
At the very least, you seem to be in brighter spirits after that.
Oh,
talk.
I am. Let's go punch a Giovanni in the face.
There's the cat I know. Fucking Dracula.
Take it. Everyone is all right with this.
As Kat said, I'm a follower right now, so let's whatever you all want to do, really.
Bo, I swear I love you.
Oh, I mean that endearingly. I do not take offense to that right now. I want to be told what to do.
If we assume what the hunters have found is true, my cousin has secured himself, so we should expect to deal with wraiths and probably some mortals. It is possible for them to take over us, though from what I understand, it is difficult. Be careful. I would like to not have to fight one of you tonight as well.
Is there anything we can do to prevent it? Minimize it?
Not in the short amount of time we have. There are
I'm more
ways
concerned with the
some of
ghost
us-
setting the place on fire.
It's possible.
It seems like that's a lot easier for them to do.
But if he wants the place, he probably won't burn it down. He should also have his fetters there as well. So the ghosts won't want to destroy those, or at least risk it, so it's less likely.
So, are we like just trying to talk to him, or are we trying to beat him up or kill him?
Killing him would be best. As far as I know, those of us who did not join the family reunion are not allowed to exist. I do not know what consequences killing him will have.
Well, honestly, seems like the lowest risk kind of thing we got going on right now.
And honestly, I think the consequences are the Sabbat lose their information network because he's using the ghosts for that. I guarantee it.
You agree?
I don't think any of us really see a true downside to this.
At least he'll feel like doing something.
Yeah. And we'll see what not Dracula does, because he's a master fucking tactician, with the packet I gave him.
Right. Are we ready to do this now?
I guess what is the general plan? Like, if you need me down, boots on the ground, I can. Otherwise, I can be at a distance, plugged into someone's ear with clairvoyance. Like, what are we just fucking bum rushing your family?
I mean, Bo, if you want to do clairvoyance from a distance, you can.
I just want to be useful.
I get it.
The information would be valuable, but a necromancer is more dangerous if we give them time. The wraiths typically do not like being bound, so if we can deal with him before he can give them commands, it is possible they will stand aside.
I can do it as we go. Like, I don't need to wait. Once I'm in a range where it's feasible to do it, I can do it and let you know. I'm just being realistic with my abilities. Trying to carve a place in.
Yeah.
And now that we have Ass Kicker Sunday here, I feel less bad about not being, a punch 'em guy.
Ooh, you might get to see my dragon tonight, Sunday. That'll be great.
It's already going to be a real exciting night.
Maybe you can even ride the dragon.
I do allow rides.
The surprising thing.
If possible.
Gwen and I call it playing Dungeons and Dragons.
If we can capture him, or at least bind him for a time, our family does have rules about information and may be able to learn at least some of what he knows about what's going on. If not...
Do you think he
we'll be
plays by the
killing him
rules?
quickly.
Truly.
He did the first time we met.
Could we bind him without him commanding his ghosts?
If an opportunity presents itself, but do not risk your life to create one.
Okay, are we going in with the intent to destroy or with the intent to stake?
Kill him. Definitely to kill him.
Okay.
If you can do it, if not, then he dies.
Okay.
Might be worth having a stake just as a backup plan if things are getting hairy, but cool.
Okay.
So,
was not how I was expecting this day to go.
Don't have expectations, Bo.
That's valid life or advice right there. So as this coterie is going to head over to the Founders at Union Hill, which they have on their map, I guess they can look at that during break to see what they're going to be dealing with. We're going to go to break. Please enjoy the Carlene music. And don't worry, Mirsha is perfectly fine. It's perfectly safe to have him in the city with you.
I mean,
as long as he's Mirsha.
If he reverts back to what he was, that's still fucking hot.
He does have his sword with him.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
See everybody in 10 minutes.
And she was like, whoa.
And welcome back. Before the break, the coterie got together, had some talk of how to deal with the Ancient One. Then Mirsha and one of his hunters showed up, Stefan, who gave Rashad the location of his ancestor. Or his cousin, to go and murderize. But at the same time, as Mirsha was leaving, the cat confronted him about his little slip-up with Sunday. I found out, Mirsha, the younger, he's taken his brother's name because he is trying not to be Vlad Tepes anymore. Apparently, going through history with the name Vlad the Impaler, generally would explain why everyone who knew who he was said don't trust him.
I mean, it does, your reputation speaks for itself in that case. But he had reasons for doing that. But
you impale a few guys and nobody gets over it.
It was the Ottomans.
And what he did after being embraced, he was not exactly a good person either. And if you want to see more of that, you'll find out when we do Dark Ages, actually, because they're coming up on that. Just saying. Now the players have decided they're going to go to try to deal with Mr. Giovanni's at the Founders at Union Hill. I hope people looked at it on their map to see where it is. It's right by a cemetery. They're apartment buildings, not high ones. They're 3-story, more condo style than apartments. So what is your plan of attack? You were told he's under them. That's all you were told.
Yeah, so I think Bo can use clairvoyance to suss out how to get into the under it with minimal impacts to people in the apartments. Maybe?
Yes. I could certainly try. Are we on our way there now?
Yeah, sure. You're in the car. Y'all can discuss it in the car ride. I assume competence, so I'm assuming you have stakes and any other paraphernalia you've decided you need for going on a murder Giovanni spree.
I'm sure
Cat's got Mutt and Jeff.
Does Sunday have Saturday and Monday?
No, she has peanut butter and jelly. She's making jam sandwiches.
I'm sure looking on some sort of GPS, I'd wait till I was in what I would deem a good range to use clairvoyance.
I mean, looking at it, there's a parking lot, a whole block, it's a big block, but about a block up from it. Just to the north of it, there's big empty parking lots. So.
Go to the Oak Street area.
Yep, right up there at Oak Street and McGee Traffic Way. You can pull into those big parking lots. Close enough that you can use your clairvoyance, but not right in front of the buildings or anything.
Whenever we're there, I'll activate it.
Okay. Everybody give me your wits awareness. Yes, Kat, I know you're taking half.
That gives me 2.
Yeah. Go ahead and do your clairvoyance there. That's the intelligence aspects.
Other people can see for her.
Kat's just tell me where they are. Point me in that direction.
Just point. I'll go.
Concealed object specialty.
Sure.
I assume ambush specialty applies.
Oh, of course. Wow. 9 with a crit from Gwen.
Ooh.
Man.
There's only 7 with the quit. Now it's 8 with the crit.
And then
7, yeah, sorry. Let's look at how many dice. 8 with a crit. What are you rolling? For yours, you can just go to your clairvoyance, hit the eye, and then hit the roll button.
Right. Well, I need to
add your power bonus.
Add your power bonus.
Make sure you hit both of them.
And then because it's auspex, I also get the blood resonance ability, and that's +1 or +2.
For the resonance, +1. So make sure you select. You're surging.
I'm selecting it because it's just a +2 with the power bonus,
Yeah,
and then
Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yep, I see what you're doing. Yep. Let's see what you got. 4 so far.
All willpower.
Six with a crit. That means I'll get to tell you something special. So
Yay.
you get 5 questions, and then I give you a bonus answer.
Okay. Tacticians, what's useful?
Okay, we know the subject is under the building. Locate him and track back a way to get in quietly.
Okay, so that'll probably take 2 questions. Where is the target?
Mm-hmm.
How do we get in from where he is located?
Okay.
Are my first 2 questions.
There seems to be something stopping you from going directly to him, but you can find the source of what's stopping you. which is there's a door in the basement of the northernmost building. It's a heavy metal door. It has a keyhole on it on the outside, so it's obviously locked. For some reason, you can't push your vision beyond that area, but you know damn well he's beyond it.
As you're saying, I'm saying this as you're saying this. What noticeable defenses are there?
This is the odd part. There doesn't seem to be any other than the door itself.
Not so odd.
You don't see anything that looks like guards. You don't see anything that looks like, I mean, the ghost wouldn't exactly be dancing, visible, but it is very odd that there seems to be no defenses. There's not even cameras at these buildings. Suspiciously lacking cameras, actually.
Yeah, that's suspicious. Okay, how do we get down there quietly?
That's a good one. You'll have to go in through the front door. This place doesn't have an elevator, it just has stairs because it's only 3 floors. When you go to the stairs, there's a fire escape door that you can open that doesn't lead outside. It leads to another fire escape door, but there's a stairway down there that leads to the basement.
I have one more.
Okay.
Are there any other exits?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
From the building or from the basement area?
From the basement area.
Basement has no other exits. One way in, one way out that you can see. It is possible there could be one somewhere far deep past the cemetery, but that would take a lot of time to search all the cemetery looking for something like that. But you do get a bonus answer that you didn't ask for.
Something special.
Yep, something special. There is residue of symbols on the door. Blood, looks like blood was drawn on the door at some point, and it leaves there's a residue behind. You can just catch bits and pieces of it.
Would I be able to tap into my iconography to try and identify it?
I will tell you, based on your kindred iconography, that looks like Tremere shit written on the door.
Dealing with Tremere shit on the door, on one of these doors here. Blood residue.
All right.
Then
if he can verbalize a description of what he sees of the symbols, can I roll? I don't know. Can I do?
It'd have to be a cult.
Would it be a cult, or could I do a blood sorcery roll to try to figure it out?
Ooh, yes, I will allow you intelligence blood sorcery to figure it out.
Thank you.
That is a good idea. I didn't think of that one. Yes.
Can we do a cult too? Just in case
you can do a cult too.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I like that idea. Using your own knowledge of blood sorcery, though you're a Khaldun, it's still a branch of blood sorcery, at least in this edition.
Rashad, I'm not sure if you want to go about this.
Nope, I got 3.
I've been purposely avoiding tapping into my premonitions, I think for obvious reasons. So I don't know if that's something you want to do, but I have been purposefully avoiding it.
Take my fair share of risks. And I would like to use where the shroud thins or where the veil thins.
Okay. That one doesn't take a roll. I don't think it does. Let me double check.
Intelligence Oblivion.
Where the veil thins. Does it take a rouse check? Yes, it does. It has a rouse check. So we'll see how hungry you're getting here soon. But other than that, it's a rouse check and an intelligence oblivion. Difficulty is 3, so you need 3 successes. 4 is enough. Don't have to willpower that one because it doesn't really help. But you got hungrier. Of course you did. In this place, the veil is frayed.
Can I
The
tell?
veil is frayed here.
For you, Gwen, your guess based on stuff that you learned while in Chicago, that door is warded in some way.
Okay. she'll let the group know.
I will also premonition this situation too.
Okay. Four for premonition so far. Hey, you made your rouse check. Holy hell, how did you make a rouse check?
Holy.
Positive.
As you shift your vision to see what lies ahead and what events may occur, you see empty graves. And that's what I'll give you for 4. Empty graves. A number of empty graves.
I believe he's emptied the cemetery.
Oh, so he has an army of ghosts. Great.
Or shovel heads, literal or
Or
figuratively empty.
regardless. Is there any other weaponry that you all need? I don't exactly have an armory, but I do have a few things. Knives, an additional handgun.
I brought my shotgun.
What?
Once we get past the first door going into the basement, I'll be my own weapon.
What are we going to do about the lack of exits? Are we all going down?
I can cover an exit if need be.
I will be going down regardless.
If
Okay.
not, I'm sure between Sunday and myself, we might be able to make an exit.
That's what I was just about to say. After seeing the sewers, I can imagine so. Okay.
Let's go. And I thank you all for this.
Of course. Gives me something to do. And she gets out of the car.
So you all are going in the building. Now, I will say at this hour, not much is going on in this place. It's not like the apartments where there was a party going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's relatively quiet at this hour, actually.
Great.
Uh,
There's
Unseen
no
passage,
security at
silence
the
of death.
door.
No.
God bless.
The door is locked, but there's no security at it.
I'm going to unseen passage and silence of death.
Okay.
Don't suppose any of you can pick the lock, or else you'll have to.
I might. Could I use? I have subterfuge. Is that?
Do you have
Nope, it's larceny.
So
Sunday
before
has
we
larceny.
do that, Gwen also has it, and with the specialty and break-ins.
Oh, yeah.
So we can do that before she does.
Okay. I will let you for that one. Now, remember, because of the way it works, if you pick the lock and nobody sees you do it, it's not like you appear. I'm sorry, that's bullshit that you would appear because it's your brain telling people not to see you. So you don't have to break your silence or your unseen passage to do it. It's just if anyone sees you pick the lock and you open the door, they'll know you're there. But
she wouldn't open it, but she'd hear it click. It's like
Right.
what she's looking for.
as long as
Yeah,
nobody
okay.
sees the lock turn, you would not appear.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
anyone that's a viewer there, read what the power, how it says it works. You wouldn't appear just because you picked the lock, as long as nobody saw the lock turn for no reason.
Okay. So is that Dex larceny?
You could go Dex larceny, or because of what you do for a living, I'll let you even do wits larceny.
Even better.
It's about knowing what kind of lock this is, how many tumblers there are. I'll let you use wits. It's a feel thing. I know how to pick locks. I actually do. I may or may not have a lockpick set. Maybe.
I have triggered toughness, by the way.
Okay. And got hungrier in the process. Of course you did.
I might eat the cousin. Who knows? Who knows how this is going to go?
You got 4? That's a challenging success. I'll let you have that.
I've roused toughness too going in.
Okay. That's enough to get through a challenging. that lock isn't a challenging lock, so you work your pick a minute and manage to turn the door and manage to unlock the door.
And she steps back and gestures.
How is going?
Also tough news.
Man,
We all getting hungry on
a
toughness.
lot of failed checks there. Toughness apparently takes a lot of blood.
blood.
So as you're heading in, the place is quiet. Everybody must be sleeping. There's no noise. I mean, there's cars out front.
Everybody's dead.
One of the two. There's cars out front.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear a TV somewhere.
Yeah.
Not very loud. But this is kind of...
Let Bo kind of direct us to the door that we need to go to because he saw it in his clairvoyance.
He heads back to the back stairwell. Right next to it's the fire escape or the fire exit. Now, this one doesn't have a sign that says it's alarmed. Do you just open it, though?
I think somebody needs to take a look at it.
I mean, I'll go off the roll's wits awareness from earlier.
Okay.
So everybody's not constantly having to roll. I know that favors Gwen rather powerfully. Gwen, you know, if it has an alarm, it has to have a sign. That is fire code.
Okay, so it's good. It doesn't have a sign.
Okay.
Yeah. She nods. Gwen is keeping in mind what the trick that they used with wraiths before and setting the building on fire. She's gonna keep an eye out for like fire extinguishers and anything that would dismantle the sprinklers, or if there even are sprinklers.
There's no sprinklers, but there is fire extinguisher and a fire hose at this floor too. In one of those break glass, grab hose out of the glass kind of things. When you open up the fire door there, beyond it is just like Bo described. There's another fire door. That one does have a sign on it that says alarm will sound when door is opened. But there's also a small little, stairway down right there. It's dark. It's dingy.
See an alarm.
Yeah,
There should actually be an alarm above the door.
there is.
Okay.
But you don't have to go through that one. You can just go down the stairs without going through it. So
that's right. Okay.
it's just if you run out of the building, that place, you will set off an alarm. But at that point, you've got other problems, I'm sure.
Right. Okay, so we just as we're heading down the stairs, Kat will take this as her turn to do horrid form.
Okay. That's a rouse check, right?
Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
Yep.
Rashad and whoever's knowledgeable, once we approach Mystery Door,
Fuck.
would it be worth me using Spirit's Touch to try and get some insight into what may be going on? Or will this ward potentially fuck me up?
From what I understand, if the moment you come in contact with a ward, it will hurt you. But I do not think it would be a ward against our kind, else he would not be able to open the door.
The cast, well, yeah. You can actually name certain people at the time it's cast to allow through, but that's very rarely done.
All right, so
I'm
storyteller, so you are aware in my horrid form, I have maxed my strength and dex, and with 2 additional points each. And then my remaining points will be 2 points of armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna rouse for prowess too. Sweet.
And I'm going to rouse for feral weapons.
Get all the rousing done. Let's get it all done.
Like I have some more powers just so I can roll.
And
around
that's
spinning.
good. I'm good to go. And I'm at 4 hunger. Oh, and she flips on.
Me this time.
No, it's not. But that's still manageable. But yes, and I also have Eyes of the Beast up.
Okay.
So I literally look like a fucking dragon.
Yeah, it's real dim. There's only one bad light bulb down here.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like a 40-watt bulb down here in the basement. So it's I mean, you can see Eyes of the Beast really helps.
So Sunday has never seen this before. You see Kat literally, she like kind of rubs her flesh a bit through her clothes. And as she does so, she literally transforms from head to toe into an amber-colored dragon with scales. And she has claws.
Not gigantic, because then she wouldn't fit in the hallway.
Right. She's still larger than she technically is because she has max strength, so she's really bulky and big. But on top of that, she has claws that literally look like dragon claws, and her eyes look like lizard, basically eyes. Yeah. And she just looks to Sunday and snorts.
Sunday looks so excited.
As you get to this basement area, the door is there in front of you. Now that you're close to it, you can see, yes, there's dried blood on the door that was drawn with symbols on it.
Storyteller, would I know how to break a ward by chance?
No, you don't have blood sorcery.
Could I roll to try to break the ward?
You could try to roll. You can roll intelligence blood sorcery.
Okay.
That is,
Nope, I'm not doing it.
got a 1.
I got a 1.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you can't figure out this word's.
If I'm not spending a willpower to re-roll 1 die.
Yeah.
I was so close to making a pun, and I refused. I exerted my willpower to not make a pun.
I mean, Sunday could always just knock a hole through the wall beside it.
She could. Or she could just eat the damage from a ward and punch the door completely off its hinge, and it's not a problem there either.
You all like to try and make a new hole, or?
Well, I mean, they're definitely not going to expect it for somebody to come through a wall. Right?
I don't think anyone really expects it if you are able or capable.
Guess we'll find out.
So are you going to just punch the wall beside it, or are you going to punch the door?
I'm going to punch the wall beside it. No sense in taking potential damage before we fight.
Okay. Because you have Wrecker, that counts your potence rating twice. So that gives you an equivalent to 6 potence plus your 2 strength. So that puts you at 8 strength for terms of breaking shit. Yeah, the cinder block wall down here does not have a hope in hell of beating Sunday. Now, it does take you more hits than you thought it would because the corridor is straight on the other side of the door. You have to bang a couple layers of cinder block so you can go around the door. But it works. Makes a lot of noise, though. Who's going first? That's the question I want to know.
If no one volunteers, Rashad will go first.
I mean, I'm already at the hole. Just step on in, I guess.
Okay. Do you have any way to see in the dark, Sunday?
Nope.
Nope, but I do, so I'm going in first.
Just push a Sunday.
I literally just
Gwen
swipe you to the side gently. I don't claw you. And then,
Gwen has it too, so it can be like Gwen helps guide, and like it's Gwen's at the back, Cat's at the front.
yeah,
So like, just kind of
like
push everyone through.
let the dragon through.
You go in beyond, and I mean, it's a hallway. About a normal hallway width. So you can stand, 2, 3 side by side easy in there if you want. But you can clearly see on the back side of the door more symbols on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was worded on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
On this side, they are not old, dried. They are, but not fresh. They're pretty recent symbols on it this side. But as you're looking down this hallway, there is no lights. Not here. Now for Kat, she can see. Yes, Bo.
I would assume, like, being that we've been in these circumstances before, Bo's shotgun probably has a flashlight on it. It's probably like a decent, like, tactical shotgun.
I will assume competence that you would probably have a light under the barrel.
At the very least, he duct taped one to the shotgun.
Because you don't generally, you don't have a way to see in the dark, so you would put a light on the end of your gun.
I heightened senses, but I don't think that really helps with dark vision.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you can see a little bit based on the 40 watt behind you, but not much.
Rashad's doing the flashlight gun combo that I think police officers do it, or soldiers. I forget. I saw it in Resident Evil 1.
Looking down the hallway, there is a room not far down the hallway, but the smell is the first thing that gets you. It is the smell of rotting flesh, thick and heavy.
His nose.
But as you look down the hallway, in this room, standing shoulder to shoulder, are corpses.
Zombies.
You can't tell how many they are, but it's definitely at least 3 or 4 that you can see from where you're at.
What can Kat see?
Kat, you can see there's at least 4, but you can't see to the 2 sides of that room, so there could be more in that room.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Stay close together. He's likely cleared out the entire cemetery.
Yikes.
Kat can't talk. So
She can growl.
I can growl, I can snort, I can grumble.
Quinn can't talk either, so.
All right, so I'm going to move in.
Okay, and as you get closer, their heads are following you, watching you, but they haven't moved.
There weren't any other doors like in this hallway, just the one. Correct. Okay.
Kat just snarled.
One way in, one way out with the corpses in the way.
Does Gwen's wits awareness plus her eyes of the beast like make her notice anything else?
No, each of them have, it appears each of them have died from violence. There's gunshot wounds. There's an autopsy wound on one of them.
Okay.
Kat just snarls under her breath as she walks through.
Bo's going to turn around and like go backwards and make sure we're not getting sneaked up on.
Okay. Kat, there are 6 in this room. Now, when you step through,
she holds up one clawed paw, basically, kind of, I don't know what he'd call it on a dragon, and then one digit up.
I will flip Kat off as a sign to go fuck them up.
Mm-hmm. Do I see the Giovanni?
No, there's a hallway on the other side of them.
Okay.
And you can see light from down that hallway somewhere, but this must be his guard chamber.
And she's just kind of looking at them as they look at her.
They make no sound.
I'm going to try sense the beast on them.
Go ahead. That'd be interesting.
Wow.
1?
1. I got nothing.
No, actually, you can feel it even with 1.
Okay.
They want to rend and tear the living.
Well, we aren't living.
Are you sure that they don't realize they don't classify you as that? But they haven't moved yet.
Gwen might like step, like, I know it's a little bit of a hallway, but she might like try and like move a little out of the way to see if they'll see her or notice her and react to that at all.
Let's find out if they see you. They don't seem to be. They seem to be watching Cat.
Okay.
They haven't attacked. It's because he has not instructed them to do so. Once we kill him, they will likely rampage and destroy us afterwards, so we can fight them now or later.
They're real bad at being guards if they don't attack till after he's dead.
They
You
aren't
also haven't stepped
attacking
in the
because
room.
he.
When we'll like do like a point to the room and like point to her, then point like again like further over to like the other side to try and see if like she should go like past a little bit to like watch the hallway while everyone else is taking him down to make sure like he's not going anywhere or doing anything.
Cat nods to her.
Are you going to try to move through them before the fighting starts?
Probably as.
Okay. You might as well roll your Dex Athletics now so I can keep that in mind.
Do not let them surround you. Stay close
Looking
together.
at, now that she's kind of sussed it out, how are they dispersed? Is it like down a hallway and then into the room?
They are inside the room in a way that whoever steps in first is going to either have to make a hole or fight 6-on-1. Now, you can push through if you barrel through to make more of the room for more than one person. But if you just step into the room, you're going to fight 6 that first round.
Okay, then Cat's going to barrel through.
Okay.
Before she does that, I would like to send my shadow in first, but I would like to make my shadow elongate up the wall, effectively make it move as much as possible to see just how smart the corpses are.
Okay. Let's see your rouse check on that one. Let's see if we can get you to 4 already.
Listen, this negative atmosphere.
Well, we've got a pattern to establish and to continue with. Oh no, you passed. Oh my God, you passed 2 in one
Holy
night.
moly.
Your shadow stretches and they ignore it. Eyes locked on Cat, who happens to be the one in the front right now, closest to.
And she's just making a low growl under her breath kind of thing at them.
Dragon Cat. Their sake, Bo readies his shotgun in a position that he's not going to hit the people he's with, and he's
ready.
Tap if you want me to fire.
I assume Cat is going to attack one on her way barreling through.
She's going to barrel through and probably drag one with her. Okay. So she's going to sink her claws into that dead fucking flesh and drag it.
Several things get to happen at once here. Right off, Cat's going in.
Yeah.
So you give me a strength brawl, dex brawl. Actually, if you're trying to barrel and drag them, go give me strength brawl for that one.
All right. We will do that.
That'll be your first one. Now, they're going to be hitting you and you're going to be losing dice rather quickly, but.
That is 6 with a messy crit.
Mm-hmm. And you're using feral weapons.
Yep.
Okay. So they can't use willpower because, well, they're dead. Your margin on that. You grab one and tear half his body off as you drag him through, though it does give way.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go down, but he's not really much left of him. Unfortunately, the other 2 are hitting you as you go past them.
That's fine.
So give me 2 rolls. First one at -1 dice, second one at -2 dice. Really? I'm going to say this now. Fuck Urini.
I think you mean Zombini.
Shit. Hang on. It's Dex Athletics. How do I remove a die?
The best way is at the bottom, set the difficulty or the modifier -1 at the bottom right or bottom left.
You can mouse wheel it too if you have a mouse wheel.
Yeah, yep. I couldn't get it to work right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, set the modifier to -1 for your first roll and then set it to -2. Okay, that was your first one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how you get with your second one.
I got hit.
The first one, it reaches, but you're just too quick.
Mm-hmm.
The second one barely gets a hold of you, but you've given yourself some armor, right?
2 points.
2 points armor.
And I have toughness.
And you have your toughness. It claws at your scales, and it doesn't do much to it. You're going to take one superficial.
All right.
Because it claws, but it can't get a purchase on the scales at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the rest of you doing before the next round? Is Sunday the next one through the door?
Yeah.
Okay, Sunday. There's still 3 of them that didn't turn on Cat yet, so it's you against 3.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? You just going to go in there and just punch the shit out of them?
Yeah.
I mean, you
I'm
got
not a
lethal
tactician.
bodies,
Let the bodies at
which is nice.
Let the
So give me either Dex Brawl or Strength Brawl. It's up to you which one. You can roll either one. It's
Okay.
your call.
Gonna dex.
Okay.
Also, blood surge.
Okay. Now that'll last for this whole combat.
Yep.
They don't get to do that because they're not. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nice.
You got 8 with a crit. Let me double check what powers you have real fast, just so I'm aware, because I need to know this. Yeah, because you have prowess as well. Adds a potent rating to your unarmed. So it's the equivalent of getting 11 dice on that hit. Or hitting them for 11 dice. Yeah, you hit the corpse that's standing in front of you so hard it comes apart.
Nice.
Her fist visibly destroys the corpse, like snaps its head off completely. Now you can give me your other 2. You can either do Dex Athletics or you can use your Dex Brawl, of course, but you got a -1 die and then minus a second die for the second attack that it comes at you.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I hate Urani tonight.
Now you've cursed us all.
Can't be worse than my dice.
There's still 3 people.
Yeah, so if you set the modifier at the bottom left to -1, then you can hit and do your normal roll, and then you set it to -2 and do it another roll.
Yeah, it's
Just roll your mouse wheel with it selected over the modifier.
The mouse wheel isn't working anymore.
okay.
Works for me for the modifier.
It wasn't working for me.
Yeah, the modifier, it worked.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no,
Okay.
I had to do the control mouse wheel.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay, that's good for your first one, and then roll your second one.
Yeah.
-1 more die. That'll be -2. Yeah.
You-
You can willpower the second if you want. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you beforehand, but
Yeah, I haven't willpowered anything. Which button is it?
It's the one on the left of the
The one on the
willpower
left?
tab.
Okay.
on your character sheet. Yep. Let's see what you get here. Yeah. 3. Okay, so the first one, it tries to grab at you. You just bat its hands aside after punching the other one like literally to pieces. The third one, as he reaches for you, you just kind of give him a shove and he staggers back and both his hands whiff. Now we have Gwen, you're trying to cut across the room. Rashad and Bo, what are you doing?
I would like to shoot something. Specifically, can I split my pool to shoot at 2 people?
Yes, you can.
Specifically, I just want to make it easier for the ladies next time they attack.
Yes, you can. You
Do
can
something
split
to
your
my-
pool. Divide your
Cool.
dice up amongst the 2 targets.
I'm gonna surge. Now split them 4 and 3.
Okay.
Actually, let me just roll 4 dice and then.
And then I'll roll for them. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know how to do it with my hunger included. I don't know how to.
You know, that's something Fantasy Grounds does not have a way is built into split dice. So
Here, I will. Yes, I will.
in this
put a
one, it won't
penalty.
matter with the hunger. Honestly, it won't matter with the hunger dice with this as much. So just roll 4 and then 3. It's combat. Oh, you get a messy crit. It's not going to matter.
All right, 4.
Okay, that's one success. And then you get one more. Actually, I messed up when I rolled.
That was 0 on the second one.
0 on the second one. On the first one, you got 1. It's a tie. And tie goes in the player or the actor's favor, the one who's doing the action and the players in this case. So you actually manage to shoot a zombie. With one success, you manage to hit him. Like I said, my dice are not looking good for me tonight.
I was done. It's a +4 gun, if that matters.
Yep. I mean, it's pretty messed up now. So far, we have 1 dead and 2 almost dead.
Out of 6.
Out of 6, yep. What you doing, Bo?
Oh, good question. So did Gwen try and avoid them and get into a different room?
She's cutting through them this turn. So far, none of them have hit her or bumped into her. So she's doing pretty good. She got 4 successes. She's doing pretty good. So are you going to shotgun him?
I mean, Kat told me to hold, which meant me think like it was due to noise is kind of how I determined.
Yeah, shotgun is a lot louder than a pistol.
Yeah.
Can we say that you would have interpreted from her hold to hold it until we engage the actual bad guy?
Yeah, I mean I figured like I said, I figured you'd give me a sign when to shoot.
Yep, and she hasn't done so yet.
Yeah.
How long does clairvoyance take to do? Could you do it again going further?
He
this time, now that
is
we're
completely vulnerable when he does it.
Okay.
Well, as long as you and Sunday are keeping him busy, they won't come after him.
I don't expect anyone to be attacked. I mean,
true.
all the engagement.
We might have more information.
I was thinking about Spirit's Touch, but I don't think I'm in a room that would be useful enough yet.
So if you want to do clairvoyance, go ahead and roll, and we'll start doing questions next turn from it.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, that works. So now we're going to go to the next round as Gwen's cut through. For the melee, I'm going to let Kat and Sunday go first, though. Rashad, if you want to shoot first, you can, because it's easy to pull the trigger while they're fighting. That'll also reduce the dice pools of the ones they're fighting.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you want to go ahead and split your dice pool and shoot them to them again.
Yep, I'll do it. Here.
1 success, and then you've got 2 successes. It's not bad. We roll theirs. 1 and then 2, huh? Let's see. Hang on. We got so much stuff being spammed right now. Okay, so your first shot misses. The second shot, you shoot the same one you'd shot before, and it goes down with the second shot. So there's 2 dead, 1 almost dead, and 3 up still. Now we can go to Kat and Sunday.
Kat did 6.
Okay. And now I got to give it a -1 modifier. You got 6. Is it the same one you skull drugged last turn?
Skull drug, he's fucking down.
He's not down. He was just mostly destroyed. He's still on his feet. You tore half his body up, but he's still active.
Well, then, yeah, she's going to finish that fucker off.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing left of him after Kat gets him this second turn. That's the third one down, and there's still 3 unwounded. Sunday's turn.
Yep, I got 5. To whoever's closest.
Yep. Right now, I'm gonna need to die in a second here, so we'll have you roll. Roll theirs. They get a modifier also of -1 because they got a penalty this turn. Fuck you, Lance. I still don't see it. Oh, you rolled it up there above, right?
Yeah.
5. Okay. Yeah. And then you have 4 potents.
You got 3. 3 potents.
3 potents. Yeah. So that counts as 8. Yeah. You punch a second one. This one doesn't totally disintegrate, but you knock its head completely off its shoulders and it just stops moving. So now there's 2 left. We'll put 1 on Cat, 1 on Sunday. Nice and easy. But they get a penalties. Actually, no, that was their attacks because there's 2 left. No, there's 2 left. Yep. No penalties on them. You all get the penalty for these 2. -1 die from each of y'all for your defense. And I have not rolled more than 2 successes so far.
Why do we each get -1 die?
Because you were already in a fight. You killed one. It's the second one attacking you. It counts as a second opponent.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And you can't do any damage to it no matter how many successes you get. It's just whether you don't take any. And because somebody's cursed my dice and I can't roll above 2 successes, this shouldn't be hard.
I got 3.
Yep. Neither of them managed to touch you.
Shit, I've been forgetting to use my specialty.
Neither of them managed to get their hands on you. Once again, the zombies are just too slow, too uncoordinated. Gwen, you get to the other side. I mean, it's not a noisy fight other than when the gunshot goes off, makes your ears ring a bit. But you hear classical music coming from down the hallway.
Does she see any threats with that? Okay, she's gonna keep going.
You're going to move on down there? Okay.
She's gonna so even though she has Silence of Death and Unseen Passage, she is going to be doing it stealthily still.
Okay.
Like she's not gonna rely on the powers.
So you're moving down there. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd round. This is it. Actually, do we really need to roll?
Oh, no, because the other 2 are going down this round.
Yeah.
And Kat's going to finish off the headless one just to make sure.
So you finish off the rest of them. Gwen is gone down the passageway. She's gone.
All right. Then Kat will wave everybody and we'll go after Gwen.
Gwen.
Bo's like,
Rashad will help Bo. We'll lead him.
I got to roll something real quick. Let's see.
Well, this is the round you can ask your questions because this is the round we're taking out the rest of them. So.
What are your questions?
where is what's his face?
How many successes did
5.
you get? 5? Yeah, you got 5 margin on it? Or no, 4, 5. Hang on, let me find it. I'm finding where you rolled. You rolled 5, so you get a 4 margin. You get 4 questions. The first one?
Where's what's his face?
As you look down the hallway and push your vision that way, whatever was stopping you from viewing down that direction is not there anymore. You come to it's a large chamber. There's books. There seems to be, there's a place where water seems to be dripping that it's being collected into containers. And sitting on, it's a high-backed antique Victorian chair, is a man. But around him, he's got at least 10, probably more like 12 corpses standing there with him.
Relaying this over, I'm assuming we have headsets.
I mean, they're right there with him, so yeah. I mean, Rashad can guide you by the hand down the hallway.
Gwen went off too.
Yeah.
So I guess more for Gwen's sake. So 12 corpses. Do I see any funky symbols like the bloods? Like
you don't see any.
Do I see any additional exits that didn't notice before?
There is an exit behind him that seems to head towards, you haven't gotten turned around. It leads out into the cemetery.
Okay. Do I see any vulnerabilities, any means of going in that would give us a leg up?
There's only one way in.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not like he has to get out of his chair to even try to fight you.
Well, if he plans on fighting.
That is the $1 million question, isn't it?
Okay, those are my questions.
Okay.
And I relayed that as best of my ability to the group.
Okay. Gwen, as you get close to the room, what do? You going to slip in the room?
Well, she's gonna like peek in first. She's not just gonna walk in.
I mean, you see him sitting there. He's got his corpses standing on both sides. There's a dozen of them, 6 on each side of his chair. They're not moving. He's sitting there.
Does he seem to react to her popping her head in?
He smiles.
Okay, yeah, no, she waits.
And just sits there. The rest of the group catches up pretty quick. And you all see him. He's sitting there. He's he's in a business suit.
Greetings, cousin.
Don't step any further. It's not a good idea for you.
I would say
Then, if it's not a good idea
current
for him, Cat
environment-
will.
Cat will? Okay, Cat, when you try to step in the room, take 1 aggravated damage.
All right.
Now you're going to have to try to force yourself through a ward.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yep. To force yourself through the ward, you have to do a stamina resolve test.
All right.
Difficulty 4. And you have to spend a point of willpower.
Not a problem. I got 5.
That is enough to push yourself through it. Even though you took the damage, you push right through.
Not our first rodeo taking ag. It's fine.
Nicely done.
And she just snorts.
I wouldn't attack me. If I get attacked, the apartments will blow up. All of them. Consider that my insurance policy. You wouldn't want all those poor families to be killed now, would you?
Is he bluffing? Like, can Gwen tell?
You can roll.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
Bullshit check.
Yep, bullshit check. That's an insight roll.
Detect lies.
Sure.
What an insight.
What do you want to roll for it? I mean, you're not talking with him, so I wouldn't have charisma or manipulation, so you can go intelligence or wits if you want.
We'll do it.
Did the ward break when Cat ran?
No, it's still there.
Okay.
Do y'all remember if I had wit surged or not? I think I did.
I thought
No.
you surged dex for the sneaky
Oh, you're
athletics.
right. You're right. Maybe. Oh, I'll just do it again. It's fine.
That's pretty good. Bo got 5. I should know Kat's not going to let a ward slow her down. She's like, fuck it, I'll take an ag.
She has got a lot of health. So
It didn't matter.
Yeah, I got 3 for Gwen. Let's see. Anyone willpowering before I give the results? Bo, he seems pretty goddamn serious.
I'd believe him.
Let's negotiate. And your friend doesn't have to stay like that. She can, let's be civil. Let's talk it over.
she looks to his guards and snorts.
Corpses are a dime a dozen. I can replace these easy. I think in the movies they call it parlay. I like that word. Let's go with parlay.
Is there any sort of iconography that's different from stuff I've seen before?
His whole place is full of occult symbols, skulls, the symbol of death. This is like screaming every ounce of Hakata everywhere. You
what
want
could
something.
you possibly want?
I don't want to die. You obviously want something. How about we do a trade? I will withdraw all support. I will go effectively neutral in this city. I will help no one with anything. My spirits will be withdrawn to my lair here, and no buildings will get blown up. And in return, I get my unlife. Simple, easy. You get what you want, I get what I want. No more worrying about my spirits harassing you. No worrying about whether I'll have a masquerade breach of corpses running the street. And no innocent families destroyed.
Does my previous bullshit check, am I able to tap into that to see if I notice any sort of trickery in his phraseology?
I mean,
I could roll a subterfuge roll too to.
Yeah. Gwen is genuinely confused. She's gonna say, "You seem to think that you already have the upper hand. Why are you, and you have a lot of defenses. Why is your unlife the surprise or the win? Why is that all you want?" And she wants to use her lore sheet to see what he really wants and see, like, kind of get more information out of him.
okay. Go ahead and give me a manipulation something. Persuasion? Yeah, manipulation persuasion works. Look. I'll wait for her roll first real quick.
Oh, so wow, I thought I had more. It's real unfortunate.
Look, it's clear the Sabbat have lost. Why would I back a losing horse? I have no doubt you chewed through those, my animated servants. You can chew through these. My spirits will probably hurt you, but not before you destroyed me. The way I see it, I have no skin in this game.
So why stay at all?
There are some interesting things in this city. Do you know how much death has occurred in this city over the years, over the centuries? It is a positive cornucopia of corpses and of spirits. And the veil is never strong anywhere in this place. Why would I want to leave? Though, if that's what it takes for my unlife, that is a possibility.
Just what I was thinking.
Could have
I'm going to try to
left
step
already.
in too.
Okay? Sunday,
Knowing full well.
knowing full well, as long as you haven't touched it yet, so you don't have to make your stamina roll. You're just going to barrel through it. You saw Cat get hurt, but as long as you barrel through and don't stop, then you'll take an ag.
While she's doing that, could I just kind of place my hand on the ground and do Spirit's Touch into the room?
Sure, why not?
I would like to scry the soul on my cousin.
Oh, there's an interesting one. Go ahead.
5 as soon as possible.
I'm sorry. How do I mark that on here?
Just hit it twice on one dot. Actually, if you hit the red plus, it should give you a... Yep, cool. There you go, an aggravated. Spirit's Touch 3, okay. Scry the soul. 6, with a crit for Rashad. Nice, actually.
I did it.
And you just finished your hunger off to 5. Good thing corpses don't have blood.
I got 10 successes. It was worth it.
Emotional state on him. He is scared. He is legitimately in fear of his life. His resonance? Absolutely none. An absence of resonance. That would tell you he has boosted his oblivion through blood that has no hit filter of anything. Because you've got enough to basically go through all the questions here easy. He is a vampire. He has blood sorcery on him of some kind. He has not committed diablerie. And because you have a critical win, his humanity is rather low. He would definitely not hesitate to blow up buildings.
You have to know the rest of the family is coming. Why are you still here?
It's a funny story. Bo, for your spirit's touch, with only 3, you dive back. He's been in this room. He hasn't left. Every once in a while, a human would come in. You know you felt that and their terror as he drank them. And there's been some bad shit going on in this room. He has been raising corpses quite a bit. Yeah, it's a funny story. You see, I pissed somebody off that I shouldn't have. And I couldn't get out that fucking door either. And I can't get out the fucking door behind me. But I have a feeling that noise I heard was you breaking the door, which means I'm not fucking trapped anymore. Turns out the spider's a vengeful little motherfucker.
Cat does like a chortle at that.
I wasn't helping his little war enough, so he locked me in here.
The spider who's supposed to be neutral.
And if you believe that, I'm a Ventru.
Supposed to was in there very intentionally.
So you might understand why I don't give a fuck as long as I can get away from here. I'd have left already when they started losing. I certainly would have left the moment that fucking abomination got let loose. Look, there's a lot of things you do in this world. I love to play with the dead. You don't fuck with the lupine. No amount of my little servants can slow them down. They go through them like cardboard, or like your friends here apparently did.
Cat's idly picking corpse off her fucking claws.
I mean, you've got bits of body all over you. That is 100% sure.
She's like grooming herself.
Sunday probably has like one of them's teeth still stuck in her knuckle somewhere from where she punched his head off.
What are you doing at that lot?
They controlled the side of the city I wanted to study. It's as simple as that. I told you I had a deal. I don't like the family reunion. I certainly don't think we should have joined them, and I will stick by that. Fuck the family. My research is important. And you're a lickspittle for going along with it. Just like you're a fucking lickspittle for joining the tower. But that's your choice. I want out. Your choices. I know you can kill me. I admit that. Nothing I can do to stop you.
What do you know about the strangeness in the city? And I will have to use my lore sheet for that question.
Which one?
Favor? Oh, no, I don't. The one where they have to answer a question, and then I have the cousin's ear. I ask question, and I get a straight answer. However, I have to answer a question in turn.
Okay, what was your question again?
What do you know about the strangeness in the city?
Please be specific. Which strangeness?
The veil. Strangeness with the veil.
The city's veil doesn't repair itself like it should. The city's veil is constantly being worn away, abraded almost. Normally, you have to maintain a grisly amount of death to keep things weak. But here it barely takes any. And it stays that way. You can understand when you're in my particular line of work. You know how much easier it is to raise the dead when it's already halfway torn. Now, I want an answer from you. Why is this veil so damaged?
Do I know the answer to that question?
Oh, you have some very good suspicions. Be very careful with how you answer it. Choose your wording carefully.
It is a difficult question.
Isn't it just all the death that's happened here?
I can't say for sure. I believe someone is trying to do something, some sort of ritual. But what that ritual is or what it will do, I can't say for sure.
That might explain a few things. So do we have a deal? Look, your friend over there, I don't know who she is. She said it'd prefer if I leave. Fuck it, I'll leave. You'll never see me again in this fucking city.
I won't do anything to stop you.
I'm not... I worry about your friend there, and he nods towards Kat. I've seen pissed off Zimitsi before, and I'm really not wanting to go up against that.
Yeah, she was really looking forward to knocking some skulls tonight.
I mean, she did a pretty good job. I don't know which one of y'all killed my companions out there. But considering how fast you were in here after I heard that door break, I don't think they did very well. I have feelings that these 12 here aren't even enough.
Oh, they're not.
At that, Kat shifts and says, no, they aren't.
Nice to finally have a face to go with the stories I've heard.
Dr. Katerina Rakosi.
You may call me Roberto.
Roberto Giovanni.
Technically,
Don't like to use the name.
no. They sold out.
Darling, your whole family usurped the Cappadocians to get in good with the tower. You're the oddball.
Cappadocians were dumb enough to trust us.
Indeed.
The Cappadocians were dumb enough not to get a Giovanni's word on things. We keep our promises. You can bet on that. And I promise I'll leave.
All I care about is that you withdraw your spectral support of the Sabbat.
I'll withdraw them all. I want out of this fucking dungeon.
We didn't knock through the door. We made a hole in the wall beside it.
Good enough. I couldn't get through the door.
Withdraw the troops and yourself. Leave fully.
My troops, these, and he nods his head towards the corpses, I'll just let their animation fail. I don't think you all would be happy if my departure from here had me leading a bunch of corpses like the Pied Piper through the streets. As amusing as that could be. As for the bombs,
Dismantle them.
I will make sure that one of my spirits brings you the detonator.
Dismantle them. You put them there.
Yeah, I'm with her and I'm your key. So
Is that the deal?
sound good, Rashad?
Yes. I will warn you. The others are likely already here. I can't guarantee they won't kill you.
I've been hunted by our family before because I refused the family reunion. When I was invited, I told them to go fuck themselves. So it's nothing new.
But yes, definitely leave the city.
In
Leave the
exchange
city?
for my life, I will take that deal.
Dismantle the bombs.
Yep. On your
And I'll
way
bust
out.
you out.
On my way out.
Do we have your word?
Your promise.
You have my promise I will leave the city the moment the bombs are disarmed.
Excellent.
When will the bombs be disarmed?
I'll be going to do that the moment I'm free of here. I'm not going to disarm them before I'm away because I would hate for the bombs to be disarmed and then an accident to befall me.
We're supposed to trust your word, but you don't trust ours.
I have given you my promise.
I will not attack you or your guards so long as you uphold your promise.
Samesies.
Samesies.
She's young.
Cousin, I don't understand why you surround yourself with these. Well, I understand the Zemitzi.
My
That's all right.
companions are very good at what they do.
She is the one who broke the wall and freed you.
I guess I owe her a debt of thanks then, don't I? And if you see the spider, please kick his asshole around his neck, please, for me.
Already on the menu.
You know who he is, don't you?
Yes. Nelson.
Old man Nelson. Very well. Very well. I guess I can't offer that to you as a bonus, huh?
Is he the Archbishop?
Oh, yes. This is his city. Or it was. I don't know what's gone on the last month or so I've been here. He sends people to feed me every once in a while.
Yes, he's been losing dramatically.
That would understand why he's so mad I refused to throw my spirits constantly in the mix. They were messengers. Mostly. And he stands up, and when he stands up, all the corpses around him just collapse.
Cat will leave the room.
I have to go the same way. I can't go behind me.
I got you. She'll turn around and bust a hole in the wall.
And
If you do that, then Cat will go out the hole in the wall.
to leave the room you were in?
Mm-hmm.
That's good, because he was going to have to take an ag to cross the ward leaving the room,
Yeah,
too.
I just remembered that.
Because guess what? That ward was not letting him through either. He was truly warded in this room with another ward at the other door.
Mm-hmm.
And as he walks out, he doesn't say a word to you.
He should be going to those apartment buildings to get those fucking...
You see several ghosts. Rashad does see several ghosts. And he's muttering something to them as they take off. They'll be disarmed. Though, I would check behind the boiler of each of those buildings when you get a chance. Free C4. I don't need it.
Excellent.
Good luck.
I would say good luck to you, but I have a feeling you've already won.
How about goodbye?
Goodbye, and may I never have the misfortune of crossing any of your paths. Especially you, cousin.
And that Cat does actually give him a genuine smile.
I think it's time for me to get some sun. Miami? Sounds good this time of year, doesn't it?
It's good any time of year.
Work on my tan. And he departs the building.
Mm-hmm.
And I will assume you all go to each of the buildings to look.
For the C4.
Yep. You get 6 blocks of C4, one in each building. And he was not bullshitting. Behind the boiler, there was a detonator with a blasting cap and C4 in it. Though each of the detonators was laying on the ground beside the C4. Somebody had just knocked them off.
Yeah.
But you can pick up the blasting caps to make them
Yep.
go boom.
Yep. We will.
And now that this group has, 6 charges of C4. And Kat didn't get to bust his skull in, but she sure helped chew through some corpses.
She has a fighter's version of blue balls, okay?
Time to go find Johnny.
I know, right?
Good thing he likes it rough.
I know.
And as this coterie, I mean, you've solved the Giovanni problem. You had a choice to make, didn't you? You could have killed him if the stains were worth it. I'd like to thank my players and you, the viewers. Let's continue this trend and give 4 XP tonight. This is the season of XP, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're halfway through the season. Halfway point. And boy, has this been a hell of a season already. Dracula is in the city. I mean, who can beat Dracula in the city? That's not bad in any way, shape, or form. It's fucking cool. It's Dracula. You got rid of the Giovanni, so now there's no more, The Spirits Express, which is the Spirits version of the Pony Express. That's gone. Rashad's going to come back and loot that fucking library as hard as he could. Bring a moving truck. You're going to need it. And Gwen's food vans. Bring those two. You can put them in the back of the food trucks. Her and Bo's.
He will require some books in response.
Good. And Beetlespock wants me to bring in Kane. No, he's busy driving the taxi cab in L.A. He cannot come over here. Man,
I just want to cook.
You just want to cook? Talk to Mira. I'm sure he has some very good recipes. I'd like to thank the players, of course. Please, everybody, join us on the Discord. The cast of this show, the cast of all of our shows come from the Discord, and there is an open casting call. TIS is still recruiting for guest players for a Call of Cthulhu game. If you want to play Call of Cthulhu on Saturday afternoons as a guest player once in a while, that's a perfect chance to do it. TIS runs a fun game. She's got a motley band of players in that one. She doesn't allow machine guns or explosives, so you don't have to worry about, any of those. But I don't know if that's a plus, that she don't let you have machine guns or explosives, but hey, it's a new era and a new season, and oh God, there's new people. So please check that out. We also do Zoom Hangouts when we can. It's kind of rough with a Friday and Saturday night stream, but I'm sure at some point we'll have breaks and we'll do some more of those. If you want to catch our I can't talk. You want to catch our back episodes, please pop over to our YouTube. You can go to our back episodes and, check out this content, all the other stuff. We got Changeling, Werewolf, Mage, Dark Ages. Dear God, there's so much stuff on there. Mama running Monster of the Month, which is where you first saw Jen join us here on the screen. There's also Monster Hearts 2, which apparently quite a number of people really liked Monster Hearts 2 because I've seen a couple of people bring it up lately. Yes, we got Demon the Fallen on there. There's so much stuff on our channel. And if you want to see Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, pop over to Ishfel. Look, or the London Esoteric Society's channel. Look, the way Tiss runs her Call of Cthulhu, you don't have to see all the episodes. Don't feel afraid to jump in now without seeing the beginning ones. The only thing you're going to miss out on is Cheese Murder. Because Cheese Murder is good because it's fun to do. Yeah, that was bad. I did it anyway. Screw y'all. Now, you want to get you some studio merch? Hey, pop over to the merch store. Get you some merch. We have merch. You want some or not. Doesn't matter. I think somebody else had another shirt idea from House tonight was if Dracula is real, I'll do him. Because Kat's going to definitely try to bang Mirsha before the end of the season. Just because it's Dracula. Why not?
I mean, that's like a Zamitzi fucking trophy, okay? I bagged Dracula.
It's a checkbox. It's definitely a checkbox, though Gwen says no.
None of these people are Zamitzi. They don't understand.
I haven't heard Sunday say no yet, so it's okay. Just saying. If you want to see some amazing content creators, check out our friends list. Our friends lust. That's Dracula. I just cannot talk tonight. Mischievous Red, you actually streamed last weekend.
I did.
I didn't get to do it because I had no spoons Sunday night and I wasn't doing much of shit. But
That's okay.
I saw you were streaming.
Thank you. Yeah, this Sunday's the Super Bowl, but I'll be streaming again, likely probably 5 or 6 Central Time on my own channel, Mischievous Red, and we'll probably be doing some mini painting or something artsy. But if you join the Discord, you're going to see when I or any of the other friends go live.
That's right. I used to watch Super Bowl, and then they started putting all the commercials on YouTube like days before. So now I don't even have the reason to watch. I just go to YouTube, watch all the cool commercials. Because that's the only thing I cared about anyway. Rerolls, what you got going on?
We just finished our casting for the Golden Sands upcoming D&D campaign, and we will be airing reruns of some of our earlier campaigns. So this would be a great opportunity for you to catch up on previous stories to see where they're going into the future.
Check that out. And then we've got Jenna Thieves down there, Sunday booth over at DM Daddy RPG. What you got going on?
We got a Sunday werewolf game. We've got a Thursday Ghostbusters game. And whenever I get my life together, maybe next month, I don't know, I'll also be running Vampire.
I know that feeling whenever I get my life together. I've been saying the same thing about Eclipse Phase. I want to run it so bad. I just can't seem to get the bandwidth yet. And of course, you can also pop over to Ravnos Archon's channel. He's in every Wednesday night. If you watch any of our Wednesday night streams, you'll know Ravnos Archon. We pretty much own him Wednesday nights. He's chained to the McStabber Studios desk every Wednesday. And yes, you're chained to the desk, stuck with it. You can also go and check out Junie Von Esch. She does the Stitching Bitch. Again, as Red says, if you're on our Discord, guess what? You'll get notified whenever we go live, for whenever they go live. So check that out. Bits and donations. They go to the players, not to the studio. Look, I swear, I didn't even finish my first drink I brought in here with me because I got distracted. Bits and donations go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to give to the players. If you want to go to the studio, buy Mama a coffee. Mama loves to have a coffee bought for her. Even though I like to go out on Saturday or Sunday mornings and try to get her a hot chai latte. But, you know, she likes extra coffees too. If you subscribe on Twitch, you don't have ads. But look, the economy sucks, and I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. So a free way to support channel is pop over to YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Trust me, it doesn't help a lot, but it gives a little bit more. We'll make a few more pennies. Because let me tell you, YouTube will never pay the bills in this house. Sorry to say that. And now my lovely wife can give the schedule because we've got a show coming back this week.
Yes, we do. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Call of Cthulhu, London Esoteric Society, returning. I believe they are starting around the year 1910. So we're going to see some Edwardian Britain going on. So that'll be fun. Join Tiss and her crew of investigators as they do all the sus-ass shit in Call of Cthulhu. Yeah. And then, of course, at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Junie running Chicago Hidden City, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 campaign set in 2010 in Chicago. And that is literally, there's Sabbat shenanigans there that we're trying to nip in the bud. So, yeah, that's what's going on. And then Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, join us for Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass, run by Maddox. So that we are past the midway point now.
So he only does 8-episode seasons, right?
Yep. Our Wednesday night games are 8-episode seasons. So literally we are past the midway point. We are rolling towards the end of season 3. So we'll see what's happening. Yeah. It's a big mess. And of course, we'll be back here on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern with more Kansas City at Domain Divided.
Yep. The Sabbat have no support left. Rorik has abandoned helping them. They lost their Giovanni. It's just the spider now. A rotten bastard that Cat will kick his asshole up around his neck the first chance she gets. Just cuss.
And any nos he brings is backup, too.
Yeah. And as always, everybody, as we end these streams, it's mental health is very important to us. It's not a joke. It's not a laugh matter. Please take your mental health seriously. Check in on everybody around them, especially right now. Look, the world is fucked, and it is causing people's mental state to be fucked. I know mine is. I have spent more time doing projects just to keep me busy away from a computer and doom scrolling than I've done, God, for years prior to this. So on the plus side, the garage got cleaned and the library's almost cleaned. So that should tell you I'm keeping myself busy. I'm running out of projects soon, and that's going to be a problem when that happens, but it is what it is. So please check in on those around you, make sure they're okay. And if you suffer from mental health issues, look, take some time for self-care, first of all. There's nothing wrong with trying to take care of some self-care, just to help yourself out. But that isn't always enough. And actually, most of the time, self-care is not enough by itself. So please reach out to your own support network. But if you don't feel you can, or if you are in crisis, look in chat. There's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get support that you need. And if you're not in the U.S., you can go to findahelpline.com. Or if you see this on YouTube, you can put in your country and get the support lines you need. Because look, holy fuck, the world is on fire. It's bad when the shanky World of Darkness game is not nearly as on fire as the actual world is. That's pretty fucking sad. And now I can turn it over to my wife so she can finish sharing some of the brimstone from the burning world. She's getting burned in it. She can share it with you too.
Everybody, please do take care of yourselves. We understand that a lot of people are not okay right now, and our hearts do go out to you, truly. But make sure you're not only taking care of your mental well-being, that you are taking care of your physical. Do things that help you feel better, mentally and physically. Okay, please. Make sure you're taking your meds, drinking your water, getting some sunshine when you can, if you can. I know weather is weird. And do get checked out when you need to get checked out. If something feels wrong, go get it checked out. Okay. And also get vaccinated. Flu is still sending people to the hospital, y'all. I know. I have to call people when they get out of the hospital. Yeah. And literally COVID still sends people to the hospital. So get vaccinated for real. And it's really bad, y'all. It's really bad, and it's only going to get worse. So, yeah, if you contributed towards this regime, because it's not administration, it's a regime, by either voting for it or protest voting third party, considering his recent meeting with Netanyahu, how did that go? And abstaining when you could have voted. Go to hell. Seriously. You caused this.
For anyone who said, oh no, he doesn't know about Project 2025, he's not going to do it, go fuck yourself with a grill brush, a rusty grill brush.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they're doing.
Narcissist.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing right now to the federal government.
You got taken in by a narcissist. Congrats. Now you've doomed us all. So literally fuck off. And everyone else that's just struggling under the bullshit that we are dealing with, we're with you. Seriously. And yeah, I say that with all sincerity.
Yep.
Yep. So good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. See you next time.